Looks like Mark and Evan and the boys over at Hasbro have been incredibly busy on Age of the Primes. Hello there, Transformers fans, and welcome back to another CoolToyReview.com video. Today, we are going to go over the Cybertron Con reveals of the Transformers. Looks like Hasbro is going to be kicking off the new toy line to succeed Legacy with Age of the Primes in a very big way. Of course, we're going to be starting off with new figures of the 13 Primes. Some of these characters have never before been released. Starting off, we have Prima. Oh my gosh. Prima looks absolutely fantastic. I love this big, heavy assault truck vehicle he's transforming into. And the Star Saber looks absolutely incredible. The Matrix of Leadership even plugs into it. And of course, he has a slot in his chest because out of the 13 Primes, he was the Matrix bearer. We also are getting Solus Prime for the first time ever, and she looks absolutely amazing too. It's really cool how lore accurate her design is. I really dig it. In the Forge of Solus Prime, that big awesome hammer, they absolutely nailed it. We've also already been revealed for our Titan class of the year, and it's Star Convoy. It's really nice to see a new Star Convoy, and this time it's a proper Star Convoy. The last time we got a new Star Convoy was a retool of the Power of the Primes Optimus Prime. And while that was a pretty cool toy for its time and not a bad Star Convoy, this one is a true quote-unquote powered master, not Power Master, like the original Star Convoy from the Japanese toy market in Generation 1. He even comes with a little pilot hot rod because at that point in the Transformers timeline, or in the Japanese Generation 1 timeline, Hot Rod became a Micromaster and would also ride inside Star Convoy, which was the revived Optimus Prime, which, cool, very interesting and unique. And you know what? Age of Primes, I think, is the perfect place for the Optimus Prime and Rodimus mech team-up. Let's go for it. And real quick, to take a break from the Primes, another figure that I'm excited for. I have waited almost 20 years to get a figure of Wasp, and we're finally getting it. There was a planned Wasp figure for Deluxe in the Transformers animated toy line, but with the cancellation of Season 4, also came the cancellation of more Transformers animated toys. So, while we did get Waspinator, we never got Wasp, which was just simply going to be a green repaint of Bumblebot. And he's finally here, and it's with that incredible Legacy Animated Universe Bumblebee mold. Hasbro absolutely killed it with that mold. So, we're finally getting another Decepticon from the Transformers Animated Universe, which I talked about in the Motormaster review. I'm so excited. This is amazing. And the next reveal, I'm so glad I waited. I almost sought out an original vintage Armada Red Alert, but I had been holding out and holding hope that Hasbro had plans for a modern Armada Red Alert with the release of Optimus, Hotshot again, Megatron, Starscream, Tidal Wave. We've gotten so many awesome Armada re-releases, and Red Alert was really high on my wish list because I was never satisfied with the original toy. The original toy was too big and out of scale, considering he should be more of, well, this Voyager class scale that he's coming out in. So this new one, I dare say, may even be perfect because he's going to have the fold-out blaster cannon like the original toy does. He's got the interchangeable hand tools for his left hand where he can swap it out for blasters or claws or other tools. And the only thing that we're missing here, of course, is Long Arm, his Minicon, which has unfortunately been a consistent tale with these modern Armada updates, with the exception of the PulseCon exclusive Hotshot that came with a newly tooled Jolt, and we got Shattered Glass Windshear to go with Shattered Glass Sideswipe, but unfortunately for some reason they couldn't repaint him and re-release him in Legacy with Transformers Armada wheel jacks. Now, we also have a couple of leader class figures. We got another repaint of the Studio Series 86 Grimlock, and it's another G2 Grimlock, except this time it's the version that did get released in Generation 2 toy markets back in the day, the blue Grimlock. And just like the other versions of this mold, it looks really great. Yes, I know Hasbro is really milking this figure for all it's worth, but at the same time, every single release of this figure has looked really good. However, there's the wheelie. Now, this is a really cool deep cut of some original artwork, like original artwork of the character, the boy from Quintesson. And while it's awesome to finally see a physical toy of this, it's not awesome to see Hasbro dig up the wheelie figure that came packed in with the Studio Series 86 Grimlock, because it was, let's face it, a terrible figure. I don't know why they didn't just repaint the new Studio 86 wheelie figure that they released in Core Class separately. I know it would have made the value go up a little bit probably, but at the same time, at least it would have been worth it for that wheelie figure, whereas this one, it's like, another one where he's in that weird squatty position. Come on. Now, the other leader class is not a new figure reveal, but we did get to see this one a few weeks back. It is the Age of the Primes leader class Megatronus Prime. The coolest, the best! He looks really awesome. I love how it homages the original The Fallen look from The War Within, and combines some of his aesthetic elements from even Transformers Power of the Primes, the Machinima series, portrayed by Mark Hamill in Transformers Power of the Primes. Very much looking forward to this figure too. Love that he's got that Requiem blaster there. And now it's time to talk about what everyone is talking about. We already have our commander class, or one of our commander classes for the year, announced, and it's the start of another combiner. I, for one, really love what Hasbro did with the Legacy Menasor. At first, I was a little hesitant too, like, oh man, the individual cars don't turn into limb modes themselves to then attach wherever Scramble City style. But at the same time, we've gotten that so many times over the years, and the Legacy model is the first time it's been genuinely Generation 1 accurate. Not to be a G1er, but that is something that needed to happen eventually. The Combiner Wars versions were great, and they're fun, and I have those too. And those are staying on my IDW shelf because those are the IDW character models anyway. I am just happy that I finally get to add the proper Generation 1 accurate looking versions to my collection as well. And they absolutely nailed it once again with this Superion. And it's so funny. I'm going to shout out to my friend Brandon, because he was totally right. He called it. He kept saying that this was going to happen, and I was apprehensive, and I kept saying, no, it's not. They can't make that work. It's not going to happen, Brandon. They're not going to do Silverbolt like they did with Motormaster. But dang it, somehow those crazy son of a guns figured it out. And I am so happy to have been proven wrong, because it looks really cool. First of all, Silverbolt, all right? We've got the exoskeletal frame like we did with Menasor, where the back half of his alt mode transforms into the combined mode for Superion in this case. And in this case, how do you make that work? Well, Silverbolt would have to be either really big and out of scale, or they're going to have to come up with some kind of add-on thing. Well, they did a little bit of both. He has 2 jet modes. He's got his regular classic G1 supersonic jet mode that is like a normal Voyager size scale plane in its alt mode and will look really good next to the other jets. But then, if you add the frame of Superion, it transforms into this big mega jet back half for him, and it just makes his jet mode twice its normal size, and that is just so cool. I'm just so excited about that. So Superion's going to be great. We also got to see Air Raid and Slingshot. They also both look really good. Air Raid's going to be a leg, as he should be. Slingshot's going to be an arm, like he should be. And I'm sure Skydive and Fireflight won't be far behind them. Of course, you know I'm also very excited for the Studio Series 86 Devastator. We're going to get all 6 Constructicons in that G1 accurate style starting April and ending hopefully September, according to Hasbro. Hopefully this means a Bruticus, and by extension an RID Ruination might not be far behind as well, with also some potential updates to some other great combiners in the future. Now for something silly. The Sonic crossover. This thing looks awesome. So we've got Sonic, who transforms into his car from the racing game, and then Tails transforms into his red biplane. And yeah, I mean, this is another really awesome crossover. Like I said, guys, 2025 is shaping up to be an awesome year for Transformers fans. Make sure you're following Cool Toy Review on social media. Check out the website daily for toy news, reviews, and fan content. And like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for those cool toy reviews. Check out our sister website, rebelscum.com, for all kinds of awesome Star Wars fan content, news, reviews, and more. And we'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time. Transform and roll out.